Gents, big day for Warrington Rylands. We've just offered Cleggy a 2-year contract. How are you feeling about this?
I'll go. Absolutely. Obviously, during the season, we've had ups and downs this year, but when we came to sort of interviewing, we knew about Cleggy and definitely the man we wanted. So, delighted for the club. The board have made up. I'm sure Cleggy will do what we need doing this year and next season. And I think stability for the club and keeping a guy in like Cleggy is absolutely priority for us.
Yeah, I think echo what Mark says really. Definitely the right man for the job. He's settled in really well. He's a proper club man and he certainly knows this level, so delighted to have him for the long term.
Yeah, so what set Cleggy apart in the interviewing process that you wanted to bring him to the club?
I just think his knowledge of this level and him being him, I think when you speak to him, he sort of gets everything that we're about. Perfect guy. He just got everything about him. He understands what we're trying to do with the youth, understands what we're trying to do with the club and the supporters, and building a proper community club. So it wasn't a tough decision, to be fair. He was the guy we wanted, and absolutely right for us.
Yeah, I think he gets the club as a whole. It's not just about the first team, although that's vitally important. He gets that we've got a junior section and we're a community club and that's what we're building. So I think that was a massive part for me in terms of him being the right man.
So how do you see Cleggy settled in with his team so far?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been really good to see. I thought Tuesday night at Radcliffe was outstanding. We can see what he's trying to do. You can see the changes that he's trying to make. We've already had chats over what's coming for next season. The different changes that we are going to make. As a club, I think the myth of the Rylands money bags is going. We want a proper club that people want to be here, want to play for the club, and it's something that we've missed for a long time. So we are going to create that, and Cleggy's at the head of that, and I know we'll do that.
I'm just gutted we've not got another 6 games because they've just really got into the stride and the team's looking good. You can see what Cleggy's trying to do and the lads are really enjoying the football. So the season has coming to an end at a point where we don't want it to, but it bodes well for next season.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just going to briefly talk about the season as a whole. Obviously, how would you appraise the whole season?
I'll be honest, it's probably been the toughest off the pitch, but out of all the things that we've done over the last few years, it's probably been the biggest achievement because it was a lot of changes, a lot of things that have happened behind the scenes, and trying to make the club what we actually wanted the club to be, not what other people wanted it to be. It's been a tough one, but genuinely it's probably been the biggest achievement in my time here to get to the end of the season with getting Cleggy in, sorting the club out, the board working well, everything that we wanted. So it's been the toughest, but by far the most rewarding.
It was my first year as director, so hopefully it's going to get a lot easier. So, but I just like to say what Mark and the guys have achieved before me getting involved, but collectively this year we've got a really tight-knit board and it's been tough, but it's also been a roller coaster that we've really enjoyed. So now we can start looking forward. I'm really looking forward to next season.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
So what would you class as some of the biggest high points of this season?
We got Madri on the bar, which is obviously big. To be honest, I think like the club sort of lost its way towards the end of last season, early on this season, and I think it feels good again. It feels like a proper club. The connection with our youth system and our juniors has become better than it's ever been. Yeah. And the supporters are buying into it. They can see what we're trying to do. Cleggy's got the connection back with the players, with us. We sold out the lounge, I think, today. I think we've sold out for next season. That shows it's something else that's gone well. The support and the branding and everything we tried to do is coming together. So the whole season's been a really, really big roller coaster. But I think to hopefully finish 10th in the top 10 would be a great achievement. That was something that we set out. That'd be a great sort of first season at this level. Going into next season, it's only positive.
Yeah, really positive. There's been some brilliant performances, some shockers. But when we've gone to the big sides, South Shields and FC United and teams who renowned in this league. You know, we've put some really good performances in, and I think
Yeah.
we've had, as a club, we've been a great advert for football in the town as well. You know, some great days on Derby Day, some big numbers, 2,000 here watching the game. So yeah, there's been numerous highs, and hopefully we'll have a lot more of them next season.
Yeah, and I think that's a main part of, you know, Town are doing really well, you know, good luck to them in the playoffs. But it's been something that we've brought together between the two clubs that have put football back on the map again in the town. So again, it's just positives, and you know, people have always got a negative. A lot of people point them out all the time, but it's the positives that you look at, and that's what we think we all concentrate on now. That the negative side of the club and the dramas that we've had this year have gone. We've got through a season, finishing top 10 hopefully. There's nothing negative. I just think it's an absolute positive end to the season, and you know, great to see Troy getting on the other night, making his debut, and you know, we'll continue to do that. We'll continue to push the juniors through, the youth through, and give them the platform that we've always said we would do. So yeah, it's been a great season all round.
Yeah, you just mentioned it there with Troy making his first team debut, and obviously we registered 13 players in one go for the first team. How much kind of pride does it fill you with bringing young players through from Warrington into the first team setup?
For me personally, it was something that when I sort of got involved with the club, that was my main sort of objective to go and get youth to come through the town and come through the club. So yeah, it's been a long process, and I think people are looking at it like it's just happened this year. It didn't happen this year. It's been 4 or 5 years in the making, and that's a testament to all the guys that do all my youth and my junior grassroots stuff, all the managers and the coaches in there that are spotting these guys and pushing them through and coaching them and bringing them up to the table that we can play and go in and pick these guys. And you know, Troy came on, you wouldn't know he hadn't been playing here for 10 years. You know, he's a class lad, he's got lots about him, but there's a conveyor belt behind him with players that are pushing, that want to get in that. And you know, kids coming up to me, all they want to do is play for the first team, and that for me is a massive achievement. Personally, but also as a club thing that we've all worked together to create this, and the managers from the juniors and the youth have all bought into that. So credit to them guys for what they've done here. You know, it's not just about one team; it's about a full club all the way through the system. You know, turn up at 7, all the way through to the first team lads. It's been a real joy to see lots of kids, you know, doing the Player of the Month awards with all the kids get on the pitch. You know, we've got lots of games coming up now. This is our last game tomorrow. So lots of the juniors will be getting time on the first team pitch. We'll get all their end of the seasons done. So it's a positive. 100%. It's a club that we've worked hard to sort of keep on track and then pushing forward. And that's what it's been about from day one for me.
Yeah, agreed. I think the pathway for the kids to be able to come and play first team football at this level, we've proved it can be done now. And like Mark said, there's more to come. We've got the right manager in place because he's looking at that, he's encouraging that. He wants to see more of it, he wants to see Warrington lads playing in that first team, coming through the youth system. So yeah, 100% what Mark said, and let's have more of it next year.
Obviously, the season's a long time. There's been a load of progress on the pitch, but also off the pitch this year. There's been massive developments at Gorsey Lane and in the background. Anything you'd like to add about that?
It's not the ground we want. It's not the finished article by any stretch, but you know, it's something that we've worked hard on. We're proud of it. You know, other people have different opinions on it, which is fine. Which, you know, you can pick every negative you want about anything, but it's a ground that's past its ground grading. It does what it needs to do on a Saturday. We want to improve it. Costs money, costs time. They're all things that we've got in the plan and we're trying to build towards.
Yeah, and I think what I will say is that we've had some unbelievable comments from other visiting teams throughout the season in terms of the way they've been treated and how much they've enjoyed the lounge and the atmosphere. And for us, that we take a lot of pride in that. The volunteers and the staff, you know, they make everyone feel welcome. We look after people when they're here. We've created a really special environment in the 1906 lounge. So yeah, it's by no means perfect, but I think we've done a great job with it this year.
Yeah, you just mentioned the volunteers then. Obviously, the last home game tomorrow is a special day for the volunteers, that the club's showing our appreciation for all the hard work that they do for us.
Yeah, absolutely unbelievable. The volunteers that we have here, they're all crackers, but they absolutely love them to bits. They're a massive part of the club. Without it doesn't exist. The football club would not be able to operate on a match day and in the week. And they always go the extra mile, little things that they do that people probably don't see. and tomorrow we're on the gate, I think.
Job swap day tomorrow,
Yeah, so we're on
we're
the
going to
gate.
get some flack tomorrow, I
So
reckon.
get here early because the gate will be an absolute nightmare. But yeah, so we're doing the gates, we're doing all the gate around the pitches, we're doing the stewarding, so we're making sure that everything gets run, and the guys are going to get drinking food and have a day on us in the lounge, and hopefully they'll enjoy it. But yeah, without him, football's nothing without the volunteers, so
Yeah.
it's just part and part. It's our payback to them guys, and then we're taking them all of us next week to Morpeth, so they'll get another day out of us. But yeah, this level of football, the people around the club are more important than any other part of the club.
Yeah, agreed. I think we've got a brilliant bunch, and tomorrow and next week is the least, at the very least, we can do for them. So we're looking forward to a good time, and just hopefully we don't get too much flack off them as the day goes.
Yeah, I can see him screaming at me. I scream at them most weeks. So yeah, but yeah, you know, we've got lovely people here, and we're just trying to build that family club, and people know that we're nice people, and just yeah, it's good to be around people that actually enjoy being at the football club. They don't do it for payment, they don't do it for anything. They do it because they love the football club, they love the people, and you know that's exactly what we're all about.
So looking forward to next season now. Any targets going to be set?
Look, I think we've got board meetings to have. We've got a busy summer ahead of us. I think it's a bit early to be talking about targets. I think we've achieved something amazing this year. We'll have a break, and which is needed.
Yeah.
Come back, get around the table, and then we'll start setting out what we hopefully want to achieve next season.
Yeah, I generally think that with Cleggy coming in, it's all positive. So you know we'll have a really good pre-season. We'll do some really good stuff with the lads and get them out. We'll get a lot of the juniors involved, and we'll carry on. We'll get the club back to where we want it to be. But you know, it's a year where coming into a new league, higher league, test the water. We've tested the water, and next year there's no fear. Let's just go back in it again and let's have a go.
Brilliant, guys. Enjoy tomorrow and the rest of the season, and I'll see you all next year.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, mate.